Coming up on the next episode of You Gotta Be Kidding Me, Gary and Tony reunite.
I didn't know we broke up.
We didn't break up, but we're together again. Also, Gary versus Goliath. Gary versus my wife, Rhonda. A new episode of Sal and Junior, and entertainment reporter Tionah Lee is going to join us to talk all things entertainment.
I think Rhonda wins.
She always wins. Coming up next on You Gotta Be Kidding Me.
Okay, here we go.
It's You Gotta Be Kidding Me with Tony Perkins and Gary Stein. No, they're not related. They're just good friends. And now, here's Tony and Gary.
Maybe we are related. Maybe we are.
Maybe
Who knows?
we are.
Hey, Gary Stein.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I have no idea why I did this, but I was motivated to put up a beautiful green screen backdrop for myself of the reflecting pool. And it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is glowing.
It's glowing. It's kind of electric.
There's a definite green glow to the reflecting pool.
There is. I mean, here's another view of it, which is probably a little more normal. Nighttime, gorgeous.
Yes,
water
yes.
looks pretty. And can I just tell you something? I've got to sharpen my image again by moving in and out on my camera. I know all the techniques.
Is that how it works?
Yes, it is. Yes, if you worked in television, you would know this.
Well, yes. Okay.
So the reflecting pool is up. Can I just tell you? I'm going to show you something that never could have happened if certain things that happened right now.
Okay.
If they happened back then, this never could have happened. Rob, can you show Tony a little something? Oh, there's
Jenny in the reflecting pool.
And he's going to run in.
Forrest running to the reflecting pool to Jenny. Does he run in? He runs right in.
He runs right in, and they embrace, and everybody applauds. There you go.
If they did this now,
yes, go
their
ahead.
legs would be melting because of the radioactive green sludge
of my life.
that is in the reflecting pool.
If it wasn't that, they would die of dysentery.
Yeah.
so Forrest dies, and that's it.
I'm sure you all have been following, because it's not just news in Washington, it's news all over the place. The reflecting pool debacle, which is ongoing as we speak.
It is not good when American flag blue is peeling. It presents something unattractive about the country.
Yeah, well,
we can move on from that.
Hopefully this will all get fixed. I don't know if it'll be fixed by the 4th of July, but we'll see. We'll see.
I was asked to bring a roller to Washington. I've got a paint roller in hand, and I'm ready to go. I think it's going to be...
ready to go.
Yep, a lot of people are going to help with this.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 15 of You Gotta Be Kidding Me. I'm Tony Perkins.
I am Gary Stein. That many already?
Yes, and we have got, 15. We've got quite a show for you. First of all, as Gary alluded to, Gary and I actually got together here in Northern Virginia, in the Washington area this weekend, first time in a couple of years. So we're going to talk to you about why we got together and the fact that we, some of the things that happened while we were together.
We hung out. We went places. I was so disappointed. Okay.
We had meals.
We did.
We went to the movies.
Yeah.
We got to see some people that one of whom you'd never met before, but we'll talk about that.
I just have to say one thing that I was really happy about meal-wise.
Yes.
Neither one of us were drooling. And I think that's important.
Well, you know what? We're I'm not quite at that stage. Neither are you, but you're closer than me. But yeah, neither of us are.
Wait, let me just change my hearing aids. Okay? All right, let's move on. We've got so much to do.
We do. We have a guest on today's show. I was looking around on social media and different places. I wanted to find someone who has done some entertainment reporting, because we talk about a lot of entertainment stuff. Yes. I thought we should get someone who knows what they're talking about and has some youthful appeal. So we are going to be joined by Tionah Lee. She was formerly with Entertainment Tonight, with E! News, with BET. She's great. I've talked to her a couple of times, so she's going to join us on the show a little bit
I
later.
think that's great. I think probably her least favorite way to describe her is youthful appeal. But it's nice that you did that, because I know it's one of your ways to describe people. And everybody you book on the show, why are the women always so beautiful? I've already seen Tionah, and she's gorgeous. And I think, do her credentials matter at all, Tony?
Yes, her credentials matter. It's not just about beauty. Otherwise, you would not be on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
First thing I want to do is thank you, Rob.
Thank you,
first
Rob.
thing I want to do, those of you who tuned in to our last episode on YouTube, if you tuned in during the first couple of days, I want to apologize to you because the mic levels, the audio levels were all off. We didn't discover this ourselves until it posted. It's a technical glitch. It has been. Our crack team got right on it. It has been.
And they are a crack team. They're cracked.
Well, and that
They are
actually that was part of the problem. They were on crack.
They're cracked. Yeah,
when we
they
were
are.
recording
They are.
this. No, that's
They're
not
working
true.
on it, though. They're working on it.
Right. The show is fixed. It was a technical glitch. Sorry about that. Some of you may have turned it off. It was hard for Gary and I to watch. So it is back. It's fixed. And the audio version was fine if you're just listening to the show. So
Right.
And we'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
Do you know that when you said that you were interested in doing some kind of an apology
Yes.
early?
Yes.
I thought you were apologizing for not being funny enough on the last show. I thought that's what it was.
I thought I was plenty funny.
You were very funny. You were very funny. I just couldn't imagine what we were apologizing for.
And I'm never going to apologize as long as I've tried my best. That's one thing you learn when you're a stand-up comedian. And the old joke is, well, they're not all going to be gems, folks. But, you have your ups, your downs, and some nights are fantastic. Other nights are a little rougher, but, you do your
I
best.
could not have the guts to be a stand-up comic, and you know that. We talked about that many times.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
I wrote for comics, but I was always amazed that these people could hit it one day, fail the next, and want to go back. And I couldn't, and I admire you so much for doing it. I know you did it for quite a while.
That's right. Did it for 9 years.
Yeah.
And traveled all over the country, opened for, big acts, Aretha Franklin, Smokey Robinson, Sheila E., all kinds of acts. And, it's kind of surprising to me that I did it because I was very shy when I was a kid. I worked my way out of that in high school with the help of a public speaking teacher. But to go on stage and in front of people and tell jokes, that is not something you would have guessed that I would do when I was a very young person.
No, and you might have guessed that I would have, but I wouldn't
Right.
have. I
Right.
would not have. But I didn't know you yet. And if I did know you, I would have come to your... And also, I got to say, until a couple of weeks ago, I never knew that you opened for that level of comic or
yeah.
singer or
Oh,
whoever.
yeah.
You were opening for big people.
Well, so in fact, I opened for. Do you know who Robert Townsend is?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of
Hollywood
course.
Shuffle and all
Yeah.
kinds of things. In
Gone with the
Washington,
Wind?
Gone with the Wind. No, in Washington, because people knew me from radio and local TV. I opened at the Warner Theater for Robert Townsend. I opened for Sinbad on one occasion.
Wow.
Tommy Davidson at Lisner Auditorium. Aretha Franklin at Wolf Trap, Smokey Robinson at Wolf Trap, Sheila E. at a club in Richmond. It was kind of cool.
You know what? You were big. It's the pictures that got small. That's what... Sunset
line.
Boulevard. Sorry.
Right, there you go.
Rob knew. Rob knew. Trust me. Rob knew.
I wasn't going to come to your rescue, though.
So, we're going to...
I see dead people.
Well, there you go. That's right. Thank you, Rob Spiewak. Speaking of Rob Spiewak, the reason Gary and I got together, and Rob, why don't you come up for a quick moment?
That's enough.
He hasn't come up yet. Rob Spiewak joining us here, he of the Mike O'Mara Show. And as some of you know, I think we mentioned it on this show very briefly. If you're a fan of the Mike O'Mara Show, they've talked about it. Rob certainly has talked about it on his social media. Rob unfortunately lost his father, Bob Spiewak. How many months ago now? How long ago?
It was February 27th.
Okay. And Gary
This
and I
was the
have-
first possible booking we could get. No, we wanted to take some time and just let everything sort of settle before we did anything.
Yeah.
Right. And so Rob did a celebration of life, as people do now, which I think is great. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
have a funeral, but have a celebration of life, because
Yes.
then it is remembering all the good stuff. It's much more upbeat, and I gotta say, Rob and some others put this together. I guess
Kathy, my stepmom, Kathy, my bonus mom.
your bonus
and,
mom.
and also the people at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern. I know you're no stranger there either.
Yep. In
Jimmy
Herndon,
is
Virginia.
the consummate host.
Yeah.
And you say, I would like for you to do this, and that's the last you worry about it.
Yeah,
Everything is taken care of. Everything is
And
perfect.
everybody felt that way
I hope so.
I'm sorry that I keep calling it a party, but in a way, that's
No,
what
it was.
It is a party.
It's what my dad
you know?
wanted. It was
Right.
specified in his will. And also, as a special surprise,
Mm-hmm.
this will be my father's debut on your show.
Oh, okay.
Here's special guest Bob Spiewak that's joining
Oh,
us today.
wow.
Oh, Rob is holding up a little urn.
It's a little tiny urn. Of
He
my
looks
Bob.
great.
He does. He's lost weight.
Yes.
So-
He's very small now.
Now it's a little urn. So
Yeah.
are different family members, different people getting urns?
Different sizes for how good of a friend you were in the family. Like there are certain siblings that get nothing.
Well, then why is your urn so small?
Yeah, you should have the biggest urn.
I
Well,
thought
was
he
al-
liked you.
I was troublesome for many years. No, Kathy was sweet enough. She got mini urns for myself and my kids. She offered one to my mom, the first wife. She declined. Awkward. But the bulk of the ashes we will scatter in the Atlantic Ocean with his other brothers. And we didn't feel right about doing it yet, and so there's no hurry. He's sitting in my safe right now, and when we get to the Atlantic, we'll do it. And that's again specifically what he wanted.
Is he in the safe because you're afraid someone might steal him?
Yes. Yes. Well, he
Okay.
had iron in his blood, and nowadays you know how elements are expensive.
It is. It is.
That's great. Let me just say this.
Perhaps other minerals too.
The celebration of life, the party, which was well attended, including by longtime listeners to you and Mike O'Mara. We had some of our listeners there, which
It was
wonderful.
so touching to see
was.
people that came out of their way. You know, they just tangentially knew my dad,
Right, right.
and they still came. It meant the world. So great.
I'm not going to go into great detail because I know you and Mike are going to talk about it probably at length on the Mike O'Mara show. So maybe we'll revisit. I want to give you all the chance to do that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But you were great because Rob spoke. He said he'll keep it as brief as possible. I think it clocked in at 33 minutes. Something like that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I had 2 birthdays while I was watching him do this.
There were 2 other events at Jimmy's in the other room that he actually was able to set up and clean up. No, I knew it. There was no way for me to do it. I told people that the night before I was worried about the length, and I rewrote it, and it came out 2 sentences longer. There was really no way to pare it down, but it was okay because, and Tony, I'm sorry, Gary, I know you were taking pictures. You might not have caught this. It was like I had paid Tony to be an audience plant at like an episode of Maude. Because every
laugh.
joke, even
The
the
laugh.
ones that didn't land, he was laughing. He was rooting for me, and it was great. So, it was awesome.
You were very funny. It was
you're
very
sweet.
touching. You have wonderful family and friends, and your dad was a sweetheart. And thank you for including us. It was very
I'm
special. to
thrilled
both
you
of us.
came. And just Sarah Partridge, watch out, because my mom was quite impressed with Gary.
Oh, really?
Well, you made sort of an entrance when you said you came up to her and said, "I didn't know who you were," and she's like, "Oh," in her true Scarlet. A girl hasn't got but 2 sides to her at the table. So my mom Sharon was very delighted to meet you.
Well, I could be persuaded to leave Sarah.
She
I
said,
mean,
"Tony, okay," but Gary, yeah.
Wow. It wasn't just the camera, huh?
No,
It wasn't the
it
camera.
wasn't
Right.
that.
Also, check out today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show because they're going to be talking all about.
Actually,
all right, Rob.
not to correct you, tomorrow we took today off for a travel day for Mike and Josh because
well,
they
I
both
was
came from
I
Florida.
was doing the TV thing, saying.
Oh, you
today because
were.
That's when this comes out.
See,
and
what
I
a
was doing the stupid guy thing.
Tony is the consommé professional. He is.
Consommé professional.
Yeah. Yes.
But seriously, we goof around and we bust a lot of things on this show. When I saw you 2 there, it meant the world to me. Thank you so much. I know that, Gary, you've even had offline conversations with my dad.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Tony,
yeah.
you've passed him in the night a few times. He loved you both. And the fact that you showed up,
I wouldn't have
means
missed
a
it.
lot.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have missed
you
it.
guys
It
are
was
awesome.
great to
So
be
thank
there.
you.
Our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rob.
But you packed a pretty good to-go plate, so I mean, it was worth your while. These meatballs aren't going to eat themselves. No, seriously, guys, thank you so much.
Oh, our
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Our pleasure. We'll see you
Our
again
pleasure,
in
for
a
sure.
little bit.
I just
All
want
right.
to say one thing, Tony.
Yes, sir.
You know, another big reason to be at that party, besides the obvious reason, and to be with you, is that I have said for many years I have never met Mike O'Meara.
Right.
Mike
Oh, that's
O'Meara.
right.
Right.
And I was very excited to meet him.
Yes.
We had an amazing time. I loved hanging with him. And there was a moment when you, Rob, me, and Mike were hanging, sharpshooting, laughing like crazy. And I've never been able to do that before. And we're doing it live and in person.
Right.
It was terrific. It was one of my favorite moments, aside from Rob's War and Peace length speech. The other favorite
Novella,
thing.
simply a novella. That's all it was.
It was the Odyssey or the Iliad. Us all, the four of us hanging together and making each other laugh. I've
was
never
great.
been in that before
It
with
was
him.
really, and for me, it was, you know, in a way, it was worlds colliding because I've known you for a super long time. I went to college with Mike
I
O'Meara,
know,
which
I
is
know.
well established on this show, our old show, and Mike's show. And so Mike and I have been friends forever, and my relationship with Mike is very interesting to me because you know, good friend, and then as he moved into radio and had amazing success,
Yes.
I became a fan, a diehard fan, so much so that eventually when I saw Mike again in person, it was a little weird. It was like, this is my friend, but wow, he's a star. He's, you know, really.
yeah.
And Rob worked with Mike on the radio and, of course, since then on the podcast. So we've all had this thing where I used to go on the old Don and Mike show on the radio, the old Mike O'Meara show on the radio, the podcast. So then for you to be there, and it's the
Yeah.
four of us, it was
great. It was almost
great.
incestuous, but let's not let it get further than that. You know,
And
it was great.
So when that was happening, I don't know if you heard him say it. Mike said at one point, the four of us, you, me, Rob, and Mike were riffing and talking and laughing, and Mike said, these four people.
I did hear
maybe
it.
that's an idea.
I did hear
That
it.
might be a one-off. And
Yeah,
I was like, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, because Mike had had a couple of drinks, he said...
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
He said, I sure hope I remember this in the morning.
We did too. We did too.
Oh, it was. I haven't seen Mike in person in a long time. It was
Oh, it
great
was
to
so
see
good.
him. It was
So
really,
good.
really good.
Yeah.
And it was great to see you, sir. Thank you for coming down.
I
Gary
had a
drove
great
down.
time with you.
It was we you know. It's funny because we do this every week. Of course, we talk multiple times a week, putting the show together and everything. But it's different in person.
It is. I mean, and remember, everywhere we went, we said, oh, that's a podcast moment. Oh, that's something for the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's what used to happen when we were hanging together on a regular basis.
Yeah.
There was so much material. We didn't write anything down, but we were going, oh my God, that would be great on the podcast.
Right.
That's the beauty of hanging together and going out for breakfast with you and Connor.
My son,
He's
yes.
this like gorgeous 22-year-old man now. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? And he's great. He's a great
Connor,
guy.
every now and then, was part of the old show, so that was 10 years ago. So he
Yeah.
was 12, 22 now, graduate from college, and he loves you. You know, the funny line was, oh, when we did the old podcast, and, you know, we would play it, and even now, when he watches or listens, he's always like, Gary, he is funny. And I'm like, what about me? And, you know, years ago, and I have never let him forget it, he said, Gary's the funny one.
Yes, but wait, there was more.
Yes.
He said, Gary's the funny one, but you're my dad and I love you. No, really, that's what he said.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
He
even
did.
remember
Yeah.
that. Okay.
You should remember the last part.
But
That was
you're-
the best part.
You're right. We walked around. We had a couple of meals. We went to the movies with my wife, there must have been a dozen moments, and we're idiots because there was literal stuff that was happening, or we were riffing on. It was like, oh, we got to talk about it on the podcast. Got to talk
Yes.
about it. We should have just made notes on the phone or something, because as we were planning this show, we were like, okay, what what are we going to do? What did we want to do that we talked about? We couldn't
Yeah.
remember anything.
No, well, that's significant. That's why we should both be walking around with a pad and a pen, just old-fashioned writing stuff down and going, we could use this.
Right. So your favorite part of hanging together?
My favorite part. What, do you have a favorite part that you can think of? Because I liked all of it.
I enjoyed all of it because we laughed so much.
Are you thinking about what happened at the movies before we?
What happened at the movies?
Wasn't that like I had a Rhonda moment?
After the movie.
Right
Yes.
after the movie. Is
Yeah,
that your
yeah.
favorite moment?
Feel free. It was very funny to me. It was very,
Okay.
And let me say this: Rhonda loves Gary. Gary
And I
loves
love
Rhonda. And we've hung out, we've vacationed together, and all of that kind of thing.
We were working in Paris, and the three of us were on the Eurostar from Paris to London.
Yes.
And I've joked all this time that I taught both of you how to play cards because for some reason on that trip I was killing it.
Right.
I was just killing it and beating you up verbally, both of you.
Oh.
Because remember?
You were trash talking, and this is one of my favorite memories in life because it's so, we're on the Eurostar going through the fields, and it's the Parisian. Is that how you say? What do you say? How do you say?
Parisian.
Rob?
Parisian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing this for GMA. We're
Right,
working,
right, right.
but we were, my wife joined us in Paris and she flew back.
Right.
Rhonda stayed with us and went back to London.
Right. And we're playing cards, and Rhonda's a good card player. She's better than me.
Yes.
But you
yes. And I was a virgin. I was a virgin card player talking trash
beginner's luck.
the whole time.
Right,
And going
right.
like, oh, I'm sorry. I want another hand.
Right.
I'm so sorry. And she was like, I'll kill you. I really will kill you.
But let's talk about the our very last night, and it's the end of the Too Short weekend.
Yes.
We go to the movies, we walk around, get some ice cream, and then we're
And
taking,
then this happened. Rhonda can be tough. Rhonda can be unforgiving. She can be tough, and she could have very interesting opinions about things. So somehow we got into a conversation of what the 9/11 coverage was at ABC News when you and I were at Good Morning America. I was in the control room when the planes hit. We don't need to go into all the detail about that stuff. But I said to our executive producer, Shelley Ross, obviously there weren't going to be any weather hits. So I said to Shelley, what do you want me to do? And she said, grab Cynthia McFadden and go.
Correspondents.
Yes, one of the legend correspondent at ABC. Go with Cynthia. Go to all of the hospitals, Lower Manhattan, that you can get to, and find people, survivors to talk to. Mm-hmm. The whole day, the story was unfolding. We don't know where people are being taken or not. Right. We're thinking we're not finding anybody. Right. We're thinking, are they going to New Jersey? Are they going to Brooklyn? And ultimately, it revealed itself through the course of the day. But I happened to mention to Rhonda that, all of us at ABC News were rewarded with a certificate of excellence in reporting. Right. And I said, I have mine hanging in my office.
This is by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences.
Yeah,
it's an Emmy Award or a certificate or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's not like as big as winning an award at the Comfort Inn, but it was big. So I said, I got this award. And she said, in her logical way, Rhonda can be very logical. She says...
Wait.
What?
Because before she said something, you said something. Oh, maybe you're going to... Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't interrupt. She asked you a question.
Yeah. Okay. So Rhonda said, did you find any survivors to interview? And I said... Well, no. I mean, we were out all day into the evening and we didn't find anybody. And she said, and they still gave you the certificate? And I said, so now, I'm always very nice to Rhonda, and I was always very deferential in the early days of working with Tony. She could say no wrong. But now I said, what? So you think the job was about if I found people. Right. The job was to report. I'm reporting. Now I'm defending myself in a parking lot of a movie theater. I'm going, so you would not have given me an award because I didn't find anybody to talk to? And Tony's kind of coming to my rescue. Right. And I said to Rhonda, I don't want to hang with you again.
I said to her, that's not the criteria. It's just the quality of the reporting.
Also, she would wait 25 years to bring this up?
Yes.
It's a quarter of a century. It's like, let it go.
So she's probably, if she even knew that I got an award back then, all these years she would have been saying to Tony, I don't know why they gave it to Gary. I don't know why. Gary didn't. He didn't come through. Gary didn't come through.
Funny.
It
Well,
was
I thought your favorite moment would have been this manly embrace right here.
Oh, look at
When you
that.
hug someone so hard your glasses go crooked.
So who is the young man you're hugging? It looks like Gary Stein, but years ago.
Yeah, this was at 9/11. You found me.
Oh wow.
Rob has put up a picture of the two of them hugging at the celebration of life. And you know what? I'll bet you can't put up a picture of Gary and I. Gary, I thought about this today as I'm getting ready for. Did we take a picture together?
I think so. In
Yeah,
fact,
my daughter took a couple photos
Of us?
of
The
all
two
of
of
us
us?
together. I think, and
And
we can crop out Mike. He doesn't care.
in all the photos that I sent to Rob, Tony, I sent the same file to you.
Okay.
Because you're in so many photos, I thought that you might want to share some of them.
Yes,
They're great
absolutely.
shots of you and Mike, and there are somebody grabbed the camera, took pictures of us, and with Rob, and it was terrific. It was terrific.
It was
Just to go back to that for a second, and to give Rhonda a break. But I know that you wrote to me yesterday about what a great Father's Day you had. And I wrote back to you and I said, was Rhonda included? Because I didn't think she should have been. Not anymore. Not anymore. It's over. Rhonda, it's over.
She just doesn't know how things work. She just, so it was an innocent question.
Yeah, very.
Although the way it was phrased, and they still gave you a certificate.
Yeah, exactly.
I busted out laughing. It was great.
So did I.
Do you want to talk about, now let me just say this. Gary came down. And normally Gary would stay with me,
right?
As I think we've mentioned on the show, and I'm not proud of this. Our house, and this is true of many Americans, so I'm not alone. Our house is a little cluttered right now. We have a lot of stuff all over the place. We got to get control of it. We have things when my mom. So this is terrible. My mom died 8 years ago now, and I still have a lot of her stuff that I haven't put away or sold or whatever.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's sister passed 2 years ago. We still have some of that. Connor has moved back home, so we have a lot of his stuff from his dorm room. So it's cluttered, and the room that Gary would have stayed in is a mess. So
is that Sanford and Son?
Sanford and Son.
Wow.
Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Great move, Rob. Great move.
You just haven't had a chance to sell it yet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what? And I said, I'm in Washington. I have to come to the house, and I did. And I didn't, give him a hard time. But I do want to say, Rob, I want to tell you this. The only way that I was able to get into the house is that they lowered me through a skylight.
That is not true.
And I dropped in like Mission Impossible, Or for you old people, Rob, you may know this, Top Cappy. A movie with Peter Ustinov and Maximilian Schell, and they were lowered into by a skylight to rob this place. So
just don't break the laser beam; you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Not true.
Not true.
But Gary was kind enough. There's a Comfort Inn. We should get them as a sponsor because we certainly mention them enough.
We do. We do.
Yeah. There's a Comfort Inn.
And always in the best light.
Right. Well, until. Today,
okay, so
perhaps.
Rob, I don't know if I mentioned this to you at the party or not, but so I stayed at the Comfort Inn. I've stayed at many Comfort Inns and many hotels, mostly during my time at Good Morning America. Frankly, when Tony and I would go and cover the weather, we would stay in a 5-star hotel on the first night because the next couple of nights we're going to be in an SUV. With Nutri-Grain bars and cases of water in the back. It's going to be really uncomfortable. So we get one night in a 5-star hotel and then it's over. But mostly traveling and being a producer where they don't spend any money on you. I was in good Hampton Inns and Best Westerns and Comfort Inns. So Tony recommends the Comfort Inn there. So I check in. Everything seems fine. Guy is very nice at the desk. I go up to my room. And I'm trying to find Wi-Fi, can't find it. And so I pick up the phone to the room, and the phone doesn't work. And so I put the phone down, and I thought, well, I could use my phone, but I'm going to go downstairs and talk to them about the fact that there's no Wi-Fi. So I go to the front desk, and there's a different man there now, but he seems nice. And I said, there's no Wi-Fi in my room. It's not working. And he said, well, let me give you the number to the cable company, and you can call them and see if they can fix it. And I said, that's not my job. I don't work for the hotel. I'm just the guest here who doesn't have all of the, the things I paid for, working for me right now. I'm working. I need to have Wi-Fi for my computer. I shouldn't even be explaining this.
Right.
And he said, when we have this kind of a problem, we give the guest the phone numbers of the various services to call. And I said, and they accept the numbers? And he said, yes. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but it's really not my job to do this. And he said, yes, it is. I said, it's not. So then this guy who looks like a manager, turns out he's the owner of the franchise of that particular Comfort Inn. He's getting upset. And he said, it's probably your phone. And I said, with all due respect, it's not my phone. It's not my iPad. It's not the computer. It's the Wi-Fi. And he said, the man offered you the phone number. Why didn't you take the number? And I said, this is when suddenly I'm a very involved former producer of a major network. And I say something about, and I also add something that isn't quite true. I say that I was involved in consumer affairs at ABC News, which I wasn't. But that has gotten me so much mileage over the years when I have a problem.
Well, you're
and so
right. That's right.
I said, you don't want me to handle this. You don't. Believe me, you don't. Whether it's your boss or mine, you don't want me to handle this. And he said, you're threatening me. I said, I'm not threatening you. I'm trying to do you a favor. Seriously. I act on things that aren't right. And he said, go ahead, call anybody you want. And I thought, you're not going to mean that. You will not mean that.
Right.
So I went upstairs to my room. He said, I'm going to come up with my phone to see if my phone works. The last thing you want to do for a customer is doubt him and say, basically, you're lying. So he came up to my room, and he walked in, and he went like, well, I can't seem to get Wi-Fi. I went, whoa, yeah, what a shock.
And didn't he also tell you that there are no other rooms? So,
Well, I said you have a choice. You either get me Wi-Fi or you got to move me to another room. And he said, we're sold out.
Yeah.
I said, not good. So
he said we're
left
sold out because of the Speedwack event.
Yes, all the guests from around the world were at that Comfort Inn.
We took out a block, yes.
I also, I knew we were going to talk about it, so I put down on the rundown the Discomfort Inn.
Yes.
Because this was not a good experience.
No.
So he leaves and says, I'll call them. Like he's doing me a favor. He's going to call the cable company. And I waited about a half an hour. And then I said, I wonder who owns Comfort Inn. And I found them. And I wonder how you get in touch with the executive office. And I found them. And
It's
I told
Henry
them,
Comfort, by the way. Henry Comfort is the owner of Comfort Inns.
I thought it was his brother Fredo at this hotel. So I emailed them because you couldn't call at this point.
Right.
And I don't know exactly why, but a half an hour later, there's a knock on my door. And the guy who had been behind the counter, he said, I have a room for you. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We're so sorry that this worked the way it did. Would you like, and he goes, would you like to take the other room? No, I'm going to think about it. I would have left if it wasn't Friday at dinner time. I would have gone somewhere else.
Right.
But I moved to the other room.
Was it an upgrade? Was it?
No.
Well, there are no upgrades. Probably.
No, it was exactly the same room with all of the facilities working, including the phone.
Right.
And
the Wi-Fi.
And the Wi-Fi. But
Can I ask an investigative reporter question?
Sure.
Yes, please
When
do.
you threaten to email corporate
Yeah.
and he knows you don't have Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
does it land as an empty threat?
No, because I had 5G on my phone.
Okay. You always win. You're always one step ahead, Gary.
You know what? I'm a private detective. I have to be able to answer all the problems.
Rob, I am so embarrassed that I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that.
Rob, it's a great point. And then, Tony, I do have to tell you something that did happen that was very, very nice.
Okay.
I didn't mention it to you,
Oh, okay.
but right before I left, the guy behind the counter and the manager owner, they presented me with something.
Did they really?
And yes, and I
Okay.
was so moved by it because it's obviously relatively important.
Okay.
And it took some thought.
Okay.
And I'm going to show it to you right
Okay,
now.
please
So,
do.
yeah, what they did is they gave me the Ed Walker Crappy Hotel Award. And what I just put up is the same award announcement that Tony got from his comfort and experience.
Right. That I,
And so,
for the I'm getting this lifetime achievement award. It's the exact same card, but Gary's face, Gary Stein, being presented with the Ed Walker Crappy Hotel Award, October 3rd at 5:30. So this happens 30 minutes after my event.
yeah, and
My lifetime achievement award is going to be 30 minutes.
yes, and they promised me a buffet breakfast.
That is funny. That is great. Well, I'm glad you got moved. You know why? Because you called and all that.
I think so.
Rob, here's the thing that's funny about all that.
Okay.
He argues with them. He writes a letter. They move him, and then he says to me, "Now I'm afraid to stay there. They might come in and kill me overnight."
Yes, yeah.
It's like sending a dish back at a restaurant.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
a calculated
Right.
risk.
They've
Yeah.
got a master key. You got to think about these things.
And I'm out of Jersey. I can't carry in Washington. So, I'm a little chagrined about what I did. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's the weekend. They might not find out till Monday when I'm already gone and back home. Now I'm safe.
I'm glad you came down, despite the bad experience at the hotel. Although you worked it out, so that's
No,
good.
I worked it out. But next time, clean that room out. I'm staying with you.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will. We're going to take a break. As I said, we have a guest joining us, and I don't want to keep her waiting any longer. Tionah Lee, she is an entertainment reporter, formerly with Entertainment Tonight and E! News, and we're going to talk about some of the big entertainment stories of the summer, which I think is going to be very interesting.
And she already said she can't wait to meet me.
That's right. Although, if she's listening, she may say, this guy's a little nuts. We'll be
probably,
back
yeah.
in just a
Yeah,
moment.
you're probably right. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Salt and pepper, chocolate and vanilla.
Tastes good.
Tony and Gary, two great tastes that taste great together. Now back to You Gotta Be Kidding Me.
Thank you, Donnie Simpson,
I love
as
him.
always. Yes.
I love him.
Golden tones.
Wow,
Love Donnie
that
Simpson.
voice, there's nothing like it.
All right, we have a guest with us today, and it's a real guest. It is not Sam and Graffia pretending to be
No,
somebody.
no. Are we paying her?
Now, why you bring that up?
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, she probably just wants to be with
She
us.
hadn't brought it up, and now you got to bring it up.
Oh boy. All right. Maybe she didn't hear.
All right. Our guest is an entertainment reporter. She has formerly reported for Entertainment Tonight, E! News, BET. She's doing a whole lot of stuff on her own right now. Tionah Lee is joining us from New Jersey. Hello,
Yeah.
Tionah.
Hi, oh my God, Gary Stein, so nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I heard you've been wanting to meet me for years.
It's an honor.
I know. I know.
Very funny. Very funny.
You know what? When Tony told me he was having you on, because he booked you,
Yes.
he said she's great, she's very accomplished, and she's funny. And I said maybe she can do the show forever.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
thank you. I'll take it.
actually, Gary, this is actually an audition. So, yeah.
To replace me?
Yes, it would be. nice.
I'm so sorry you found out this way.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
didn't
getting
want-
your big honor, so I mean, it's perfect. It's only up from here for you after you get that.
Can you help me get a job?
Probably.
Well, Tionah, it is great to have you on. Before we talk about any entertainment stuff, I want to talk about you a little bit because, first of all, so when I read about you and I was like, oh, I think she would be great to have on the show, I listened to you on a couple of other podcasts, and I will be honest with you. I thought she's got to be like 19 years old, 20, 21 years old, because your voice is so young sounding.
Do you get that a lot? Do you
All
get
the
that?
time.
Oh,
all the
sorry.
time. My mom says calls me Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse voice. It always happens. I'll be taking care of like my bills and they'll, excuse me, do you have a parent or guardian around? I said,
Yes.
absolutely not. But Thank you for asking.
I'm a grown woman. I'll have
Yeah.
you know. So a lot of folks may know you from Entertainment Tonight. How long were you there, and what were some of the cool things that you got to do when you were there?
Oh my goodness. So I was at Entertainment Tonight for about 3.5, 4 years. While I was there, I worked on the digital team. So I did a lot of digital reporting, breaking news, a couple cool feature stories. So keeping the ball rolling every day with news from the morning shift up until about 5 p.m. I was always off right before, LA came on, and then they were prepping stories for the show. So covered a lot of tentpole events, the Grammys, the Oscars. My first Oscars was, unfortunately or fortunately, when Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith.
Wow.
What a big night for me, exactly.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Historic.
in my career, and then closely to that, Bob Saget passed away. So
Oh, wow.
I worked Sundays to Thursdays, so I had never experienced that when working. And I was like, what an exciting, shift to have. So there was all the tentpole events, of course, the breaking news. And then Super Bowl football season, my last run there was when Taylor and Travis started dating, and I was supposed to have a date night, and she popped out for her first public, outing with him. So
She trumped you.
yes, her attending the Kansas City Chiefs football game really put a damper on my plans, but that's show business, baby. And
Right. Sorry, honey, I gotta work.
Yeah.
I mentioned Trump. You were never on Access Hollywood, were you?
No, I
No.
missed.
And you're probably too young to have been there when he was on, I would think.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
But I've heard some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few things
A
here
few.
and there.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
And when you were with E! News and BET, same type of thing, covering all the big events and all that kind of stuff?
Yes. So E! News, BET covering big events daily. E! News, I had the early bird shift, so 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. So that was a feat in itself. Instead of covering the award shows, I was up with the celebrities as they were leaving the after parties. I was logging on to cover the after parties.
So I have a question. And now, if you're like the host of Entertainment Tonight, pardon me, that's one thing. But when you're covering red carpet events and all that kind of thing, and you have to be dressed up a certain way, would they help you do would your bosses help you do that, or do you have to go find a beautiful red gown and you pay for it yourself?
So I didn't do the carpets when I was at Entertainment Tonight and E! News, but earlier in my career at Hola and Hello Magazine, that's when I did a lot of my carpets, and it was very much, yes, you have to find a stylist of your own. And that's how I know it's like that with a lot of the, hosts. You have you get it. They normally have a team because you want someone who knows your style. And then nowadays there's so many up and coming designers who are like, hey, like if you wear this, tag me and I can dress you for whatever, next big event that you have. So
Okay.
it's all about.
Okay. That's a good way
That's
to
interesting. When we were at Good Morning America, the show provided me with producer clothes, but Tony had to buy all of his on-air clothes.
Right.
Yeah,
And for him, it was khakis with a lot of pockets and an Izod shirt. So
Yeah, and a leisure suit, which I did not want.
Well, you always got the branded jackets when you were on air covering the weather. I always thought that was the coolest thing. Like,
It was.
How do you get one of those like major event jackets?
you have to
Gotta
be
go
one of the major people who's out there doing it, right?
in the eye of the storm, right?
Right,
Oh,
that's
boy.
right. Absolutely right. You mentioned that you didn't do the carpets at Entertainment Tonight. Frankly, if they had asked you to do that, I would have said no. I'm here to be an entertainment reporter. I'm not doing.
I don't
carpets.
clean carpets. Right.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I want to talk entertainment news now. As we are recording this, folks, just as we were about to record, there is a breaking news. And Gary, I suspect you don't know this, and this is for real. We're recording on Monday, June 22nd. Clive Davis died
Oh,
earlier this morning.
I
Yeah.
don't know that.
Wow. Okay, Rob. Rob knew it. That's amazing. He's got a picture.
You
Yeah.
guys did not talk about this? That's and you just popped it up, Rob. That's just unbelievable.
I cheated. I spoke to the guest.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, Rob's a smart producer. Yeah, Clive Davis, 94
Wow.
years old, and Tionah. This is you there's no bigger music executive, I think, during our lifetime than Clive Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Clive he discovered Whitney, Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, so many incredible talents. And for him to pass away just after he was released from the hospital earlier this month. And so, it's sending shockwaves through the music industry. Of course, every year people look forward to his pre-Grammys gala, which he never canceled, not even the year that Whitney Houston unfortunately passed away in the same hotel.
That's right.
He's still, kept the event going, and he's kept it going since 1975. So he'll really be missed.
Gary, did he have a role in Barbara Streisand's career at all? Because she was on Columbia and Sony, right?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
No, I don't, because her manager, Marty Ehrlichman, was with her from the earliest days and still with her.
What? Really?
They are still, now he's not young, neither is she, but he's older. But early days at the Bonsoir Club and all of that, he was responsible for helping her get all of that. But I think at Columbia, she was well taken care of by the same record executive, but not Clive.
It's hard. It would be harder to list a bunch of people that he wasn't involved in.
Right.
And Tionah, you mentioned Whitney. Probably, I was going to say probably the biggest. But Bruce Springsteen, Barry Manilow, Aretha Franklin. There are so many. But Whitney is special because he literally saw her performing somewhere, discovered her, if I'm remembering that correctly, spearheaded that whole first album, which sold tremendously well, and turned her into a superstar.
He's responsible for her beginnings. Yes.
Yeah.
A pop music superstar at that, when the world expected her to just lean into R&B with that powerful voice. And the crazy thing about Clive, he did not go to school to study music. He was studying law. And I believe he graduated from Columbia, and he said he had an ear and an eye for talent, and he just took that and he ran with it for decades.
Yeah, that's why he turned down Milli Vanilli. Because he relied on his instincts. He just said,
knew right away.
Something's wrong here.
Something's not right. Yeah, that's right. Among the groups that he shepherded, Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is why I have an Earth, Wind, and Fire album behind me right there.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing. Okay, so just want to acknowledge Clive Davis, giant in the music business, has died at the age of 94. Let's go to something a little more uplifting that I really wanted to talk to you about. And Gary, I didn't run this by Gary, so I'm hoping
He never does.
Yeah,
It's all.
sometimes I do. Listen, if we hear more about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding, and I wanted to go there, think Travis and Taylor in love, hugging with hearts all around them. That's what's on the screen right now. This is fascinating to me because, and you fill us in.
Because it's not. Right?
What's that?
Because it's not.
Because it's not fascinating?
It's fascinating because it's not, because it's there every single day. It's like,
because it's this big mystery. And I want to ask you, Tionah, because you're plugged in. So there's all this talk about they're gonna get married at Madison Square Garden because some night is reserved, and they think that's because that's the kind of venue they need. I think that's bull. I think that is just trying to mislead us. And then just this weekend, I guess a tent went up outside of her home in Rhode Island. Is that right?
Absolutely. So nobody knows what's going on. The mayor of New York, Mayor Mondami, was running down all the major events that's happening. So from the World Cup, Knicks championship, and then he goes, and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. And so, of course, people's ears perked up. July 3rd. There's nothing happening at Madison Square Garden, so it makes sense because there's secret tunnelways, there's a grand stage, no outside pictures if you don't want pictures, every special guest can be contained, and it's in the greatest city in the world.
Yeah.
So, of course, but like you said, there's tents that popped up in Rhode Island by her home, and Swifties actually traveled to Rhode Island to see her, and maybe some people were there for the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, but who knows? I think it was mainly for Taylor and Travis, but he was in LA. She has not been seen in public since she sat courtside at the Knicks game a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they haven't been seen together since earlier this month when they went to go see Oh Mary, the musical in New York. So maybe they were scouting that venue out.
Or maybe they're
you
breaking
know it
up.
all. Sorry.
I just think, for me, I think Taylor Swift is at heart a down-home country girl, and
From
I think
Pennsylvania.
yeah, what's that?
A down-home country girl from Pennsylvania.
From Pennsylvania, right? I think she would want this wedding to be romantic, not in Madison Square Garden. I can't see that happening.
I'll let you know because I was invited.
Were you
So,
really?
Yeah,
Please,
and
yes.
I don't know where the venue is yet, but there, Taylor, she's going to call me later, so I'll
Okay.
let you know.
Thank
I'll let
you.
you
Just-
know.
invited.
Just fill us in. I won't tell anybody. Just
No,
so you know.
don't tell anybody. But you can go as my guest.
Oh,
not
thank
Tony.
you. Thank you so much. They probably have my sign like up at the front, like she's written about us from the start. They'll
Yes.
give me that day back so that I can have that date night that I was supposed to have when she showed up at the game.
What would
Yeah.
you do if you got an email or a phone call and said Taylor Swift wants you to be? She's going to have like 5 people there. She wants you to be there.
I would lock in. I would have to like go get a dress. I'd have to figure out if I would just have a short commute or a little bit of a longer commute.
And would you let us know so then we could break a scoop?
I don't know, because her publicist Tree Payne is nothing to play with.
Really?
But I'd come back and I'd tell you like, oh my gosh, Tony, look what you manifested for me.
Maybe you can open up a back locked door and just let us in.
Ooh.
You can come through like Mission Impossible through the skylight.
There you go again. Exactly. Exactly. Thank
Good
you.
callback. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Gary and I are both, and even Rob, we're all music fans.
Yep.
And summertime into fall, that is the period for the big concerts and everything. What are the big tours that are happening this summer?
Well, I'm just curious, all of your big music fans, can I ask your favorite artist?
Gary, who's your favorite artist?
Well, in terms of a tour, Ringo always comes to mind because we actually know him. We did 5 segments with him on Good Morning America, and he did the podcast 3 times. So as soon as you say that, Ringo comes to mind.
Who would you like to see in concert that is not, you can't because they're likely dead? Gary has very low taste.
I'm not going to say Judy Garland, but
Dead people.
I saw Barbara Streisand 10 years ago. So I would like you to arrange for me to go to a concert of hers 20 years ago.
Got it.
Can you do that?
Can do that. Can do that.
Yeah, I mean, but there are so many rock groups. I loved Creedence. I'd love to go to a Creedence concert. I wish you could bring back Jim Morrison so I could go to a Doors concert.
Wow.
Loved the Doors.
Okay.
Followed them.
Okay.
Right now, there's not much, Tony, for me.
I wouldn't peg you. Well, then let's find out who the hot acts are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't peg you for a Doors guy. But
I know.
okay.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
yeah.
either.
So who is out there, Tionah, that we might be able to go see? Or maybe we can't because they're so popular and they're selling
We
out.
have some big names. Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine Tour that kicked off earlier this month. It's running from June to September. This is her first tour in about 6 or 7 years, and already like her fans are extremely impressed with it. The vocals, the outfits, the dramatics. She actually does descend down from the sky, so
Does she
she's very on brand with today's episode.
Wow. Wow.
And she can do it because she's very light. So there's not,
Very
it's not like she's
light.
going to strain the equipment or anything.
Yes,
Like that.
and speaking of another light person, Bruno Mars, his Romantics tour, that kicked off. That
Because
also
it's a little
kicked
guy.
I'm there.
Well, now, see,
He's-
you're joking, but
I
I've
am
seen
joking.
Bruno Mars. Oh, Gary,
Really?
you would love him.
He's amazing. He puts on an amazing
He puts
show.
on a nice show?
He
Oh
puts
my
on a
goodness.
great show.
I saw him
didn't-
at the Prudential Center for the 24K Magic Show it had to be over a decade ago. Amazing. One of the best performers
Wow,
that I've
okay.
seen. And that tour is running from April to October. And Gary, I know you love the spotlight, so if you get a front row seat, he might put you on the romantics cam and you can do a little dance and he'll give you a special shout out.
What if I'm not there with my wife and I'm there
Same.
with someone else and I don't want the spotlight?
Then you'll go viral.
You'll go viral. And then you can check in and then you'll get a free ticket to Coldplay. I mean,
I already bought a ticket for this summer's gigantic Tina Turner concert. And I'm really looking forward to that because you asked me, Tony, she's probably one of my all-time favorites. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her. I haven't seen her around a lot lately, but I guess she's saving it all for this concert.
I think so, and I think you might have a special guest, and maybe Clive Davis will make an appearance as well.
I think so. I think he might.
Right.
He might.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait a little while to see that concert, but I'm sure they're putting it on.
I wonder if John Lennon will sing.
Let me just tell you something, Gary Stein.
Yes, sir.
Bruno Mars, a great
Really?
R&B show in the tradition of old R&B shows. He is multi-talented. You would love it.
Why don't you buy us tickets?
And
We'll take Tionah.
Tionah, the three of us will go. That would be great.
Okay. It's a day.
Perfect.
You tell us where he's going to be, and maybe we'll make that happen.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And
all
then another really big one, especially big for me because I love boy bands, Harry Styles. He's back for the Together Together tour. And that has started from this month. It's 68 shows, 7 cities. So he started in Amsterdam. Now he's in London. He'll be in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Mexico City. And then...
Wait a minute. Did you get that backwards? 68 shows in 7 cities, or 7 shows in... No, well, that wouldn't be right.
No.
68 shows in 7
it's
cities?
a total of 68 shows, and he's going to be in 7 cities. And then, hold on to it, maybe there's a good reason why Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's MSG wedding may be on July 3rd, because he's set for a 30-night run at Madison Square Garden, kicking off in August, on August 26th, and going all the way to his Harry-Ween show on October 31st. And if you haven't seen a Harry-Ween show, it's one of the most fun things you'll have. It's
Who is
on
that? I don't know who that
Halloween.
is.
Harry Styles, he calls it Harry-Ween because it's on Halloween.
But that's an
You can
unfortunate
either-
name, Harry-Ween.
Yeah, don't
I
Google
know.
that.
Well, it'll be a picture of Harry Styles in a costume. You might see him in a skirt. He dressed up a couple years.
Yeah.
I think he was like 11 one year from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It's really a good time, and seeing everybody after the show is such a good time because some people dress up in theme. There's a lot of costumes, so people have been planning their looks
Would you
already.
be offended if I just stick with Tina Turner? Is that
No.
okay?
I won't.
We just think a different name would be different. So would be better. So this is what some of these artists are doing. So we say tour, and Gary and I think of, we're going to be out on the road and we're going
Yeah.
to be in a city near you.
That's a
Now-
Beatle. That's a Beatle.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that's Ringo. Now a lot of times people are coming to him. 30 nights at Madison Square Garden.
All
so it's a
sold out.
residency.
It's a residency, yes.
Wow.
And Bruno Mars, this is his first tour after doing his residency to clear up his debts, so they say. But this is his first tour in Harry's residency at Madison Square Garden. They already have his name in the Raptors right next to Billy Joel, so I don't know if they're...
But
'cause
you touched on something, Tony, cleaning up the debt and playing the garden. We haven't thought about playing the garden. Why don't we just do that? Let's get booked there, and then that will solve all the problems
We have a little bit of debt. If we try to play the garden, we'll have a whole lot of debt.
I'm not saying sell it out by ourselves and
Well,
pay
be
for
ready,
it.
gentlemen, because if Taylor Swift invites me to her wedding, I hope you can put together a little something and I can get you on the bill. She's
Get
gonna
us
do
in.
some
It'll be a little
entertainment.
It will be a little something. I have a tour that I want to ask about because I love the name of this tour. I think this is a better name than Harry-Ween's.
Harry-Ween.
That's not good.
Yeah, we don't like it. Yeah.
That's
don't
not,
like
and Rob
it.
is right. Don't Google that. The R&B tour.
Chris
This is
Brown and Usher.
Usher, right? Usher and Chris Brown.
Wow.
Now, Gary, it's
Yeah.
called the R&B tour because Usher's last name is Raymond, so that's for Raymond and Brown.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
So it is good, but will it be R&B?
Oh,
Yep.
of course it'll be R&B.
All
Yeah, okay.
R&B, and that's also. And you were saying you missed the traditional "Coming to a City Near You." That is going to be doing stadiums, and Chris Brown is fresh off of his sold out Breezy Bowl show, and him and Usher said they want to do something for the culture, get both generations of fans together. There's going to be a lot of R&B, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing. Chris Brown said
of
that
sweating.
he's in the a lot of sweating. Chris Brown said he's in the gym getting rid of his dad bod and getting his sexy bod so he can compete with Usher.
Well, because Usher's ripped.
Yes.
Usher is ripped.
So it's it's going to be a fun one. It really is.
Okay. And for old geezers like us, any acts out there that that like Gary would know who are alive? Not
So
Tina Turner
we've
or-
got Rod Stewart is on tour, even though he had a little hiccup
He
this
did.
past weekend. After he got that little bit of oxygen, he was good to go for the rest of the set. But
Tony, you don't know about
hold on.
this. You know what was amazing about this?
Wait,
He's
wait.
doing a concert,
Yeah.
and he's starting to pass out. And most performers would go backstage.
Right.
He stayed on stage. They brought the oxygen out to him. He took oxygen, and he finished the show. And
Yes.
that's a stand-up guy,
Yes.
And he didn't
didn't
hide
miss a
it,
beat.
right?
No, he was right there side stage, and everyone was cheering him on. So I guess I forgot what this tour is called, but I do know it has last.
It's
So
called
the
the Death Tour.
Right. I was going to say it's the I Can't Catch My Breath tour.
Yeah. They did a chant in the audience. They were going like, "Keep on breathing, keep
Is that for
on
real?
breathing."
Listen, some friends of mine took my wife and I to see Rod Stewart, as it happens, last year, and it was great. He
I
was
love
great.
Rod Stewart.
Was it a
he's-
concert or a viewing?
Both.
This is pretty crazy, but of course I know Rod Stewart's music. It's amazing, great. I remember his son Sean and Aaron Spelling's son when they had their short-lived reality TV show on VH1, and Rod Stewart was always on there, and he was encouraging the boys, do what you want to do, pursue your passion.
I did not even know
Oh,
that.
wow.
But he's smart. He's smart. Let me go on this reality show, this MTV show that
Yeah.
my son is on, because then I'll get my face out
It
there
was
and people will know.
absolutely out in the early aughts, and I was like, well, he seems like a cool guy, and
Well, that could go well, but that could also go very bad, being on a reality show and making it look like I have to be there, It's just at that
Well-
stage of
But-
your career.
But you know what? It worked for Ozzy Osbourne. I
did.
mean,
Absolutely
and it got him a whole new fan base that came to know him as from the reality show, but then, got into his music because of that. It's like, oh,
Right,
that's this
right.
guy. Okay.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Also, Gary, your friend of New Jersey, Bon Jovi, they are on tour. They'll be on tour through the fall. And then AC/DC. So that's another big name. So a
Yeah.
few acts out there.
That's great.
Tiana.
It's a mixed bag of entertainment.
Yeah, that's what they say about our show. Gary, Gary and I worked with Bon Jovi. Do you remember that, Gary?
Miami.
Yes, in Miami.
Yeah.
We were
Wow.
doing Good Morning America. We did a concert on the beach. Bon Jovi performed. The band was there. Was Richie with them at that point? I think Richie Sambora was still with
He
them.
was no, he was there. He was.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
actually had a few moments at one of the bars along the strip there, and they were great. They were very nice. They really
Yeah,
were very nice.
yeah.
He's got a really nice rest stop.
He has a
on the
nice
turnpike.
rest stop.
He does.
On the
Well, that's a claim to fame.
I did not know that. The Bon Jovi rest stop.
Oh yeah, people go there for the restrooms.
Yes.
Why?
I don't even think Springsteen has a rest stop, and that's pretty cool.
I want a rest stop named after us.
The You Gotta Be Kidding Me rest stop.
Yes, yes.
That would
It
be
is
great.
the John Bon Jovi service area on the New Jersey Turnpike, and there's a big guitar right above it. There's you go inside. There's
Okay.
That's
Next
a lot
time
like getting. That's like getting an award from the Comfort Inn. It's really not much better than that.
Tionah, you've been great. Thank you very much for all the information. If you get into Taylor's wedding, please come back and
I
tell
will
us.
absolutely.
Would you come on again anyway? We would love to have you back on.
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you
You're
so
great.
much.
I think Gary has a crush on you.
I think Gary has a crush on you.
Well, how can I compete with Rob's mom?
Right,
Boy, you're a good listener.
That's right. You are a good
She
listener.
hears
We
it
like that.
all.
Tionah Lee, what are you working on now? Because you're not with Entertainment Tonight. What are you working on now?
Currently I'm a free agent, so I'm working on, just putting myself back out there, still following, working on staying up to date with entertainment.
Okay.
I'm on social media, Instagram, I'm Hello It's Tati, Twitter, I'm Hola It's Tati, so we can keep
Tati
the
is
conversation going.
TATI.
Yes.
Instagram. Hello, it's Tati. And X, Twitter. Hola, it's Tati. Do you speak Spanish?
No, but I just thought it was a fun play on.
Yes, it is. Tionah Lee, follow her social
You're
media.
terrific.
She's still posting about
Thank
entertainment
you so
stuff.
much.
And hopefully we will have you back here again sometime.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you for
It's
so
been a
much. We
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Our
Tionah Lee.
pleasure. Yep.
Thank you. Very nice.
She's great.
Yeah.
And she really knows a lot. Boy, does she follows everything.
She does. I mean, that, which is what, and I love that because so often now people just, they're one thing, but she knows Rod Stewart, Bon Jovi, everything,
Would she be offended if I asked her to join me at the Elvis concert at Madison Square Garden? I just,
You just missed it.
It was that close.
oh, damn.
All right. We have to wrap up with the 5th episode now of The Amazing Return of Sal and Jr.
Oh,
of course,
boy.
This is we are serializing a show that Gary and his friend Sam Ingrafia did many years ago. By this time, I think you know what it is.
It's
a
and
great.
did it over the years.
Yeah, it's a great right. They kept going back to these characters over the years, so there's all this footage of them. They reunited 6 or 7 years ago and put together a YouTube series called The Amazing Return of Sal and Jr. This is episode 5. This is called Sex-Perts. Do you have to set it up in any way, Gary?
No, because knowing Sal and Jr., you would expect them to be sex experts and able to give a lot of advice to needy people out there everywhere.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Here it is, episode 5, The Amazing Return of Sal and Jr.
Welcome to another episode of The Amazing Return of Sal and Jr.
I would be Sal.
Are you ever going to stop saying that? They know you're Sal. Believe me, they know that I'm Junior.
We
okay?
practiced this.
No, we practiced it the first time. We don't have to do it on every episode, and they all remember the old show. Today, on the show, Sal and Junior, sex advice. Most of you are going to need it.
Janet in Jersey City says, I've been married for a long time. I still want to have sex regularly. Good for you, Janet, my friend. All right.
You
that's-
go. You
yeah.
go.
But my husband seems to have lost his sex drive.
Oh, okay. This now.
What can we do to rev it up? Take it away, Mr. Carmelo.
Here's what you do, okay? This is going to surprise you, but you don't look at the girly pictures. You look at pictures of animals. If you look at pictures of geese.
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 Hey, listen, whatever works. I'm just giving you some information. You look at the picture of the geese, believe me, you're going to go like a battleship, like all night
this could
long.
be good, because sometimes you want to do stuff to kind of surprise your partner. So that would be a good surprise.
Anything you did would surprise your partner.
This is from Betty in Phoenix, and she wants to know, how do you create more intimacy with my boyfriend? Could I take this one? Could I take this? I think I have a good answer to this one.
We'll see. Take
Betty,
it away.
Betty, could I say? Wrestle. Wrestle. That's what you want to do. You want to get in there, do a little wrestle. Skin on skin, you're getting on top of people, you're wrestling
Don't
around.
demonstrate on me, okay? Even Dr. Phil doesn't do stuff like this. He doesn't do the research we do. We got a crack research department that takes care of everything.
Can I start the next one? Frank from Azusa says, how do I attract and keep a woman? Good question, Frank. I like to trim my pubes so they look like topiary, like they have at Disney World.
Yes. Now, I have some experience in knowing that if you shave your pubic hairs in the shape of Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
and you got the ears, you know,
In a good location.
it makes a certain other part look bigger.
That's it. John in Schenectady.
I'm surprised you could say Schenectady. Go ahead. Read. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, but you know what?
He
But if
wants to
somebody
talk about ball collars.
and butt plugs.
And butt plugs. I don't think we want to.
Yeah.
Go there. I don't
Well, now listen. I mean, we gotta deal with our audience. If you got your phone on the table, right? What are you getting? Who's calling? What is? Can we? This is very unprofessional in the middle of the show. Oh, I see who's calling. Caller late.
Hello. Yeah. Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Sirico. It's his mother calling. You just cut.
We're doing the.
Just
We're,
stop, and we'll be back in a minute.
we're kind of doing the show now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll see you Sunday.
What is it? He's not rolling now. He's not on top of the camera thing moving now. What?
Well, she heard us say that.
She objected to the butt
Well,
plugs?
butt plugs.
And she called?
Yeah.
Because what? She's offended now or what?
Talk about butt plugs. I don't know.
Well, did your father ever use one of these or what? I'm just asking. I'm saying, why would she be upset? I mean, somebody wants to know this information, and that's our job. That's why
All right.
we got the,
I think that's probably good.
that's all for today.
I think that's
You know,
probably good.
We're going to be back very soon with another very important episode that will be influential in your lives.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No.
I don't remember seeing that one.
Oh, well, sometimes they just get by you, you know. You know, and again, I'm not celebrating myself, but the fact that it's not written, you know.
Yeah, I
and
love that. I love
and that we have to lay in pictures afterwards
Right,
because
right,
we
right.
don't know what we're going to say, you know.
Right,
But it's,
right.
you know, it doesn't always work, but it worked a lot.
Can I applaud one thing about it? I loved the
Please.
Senor Wences effect of someone being on the phone. That Senor
great.
Wences used to love.
It was great. Now, so Rob, let me ask you a question. I should probably ask once we're done recording.
Yeah.
Do we have to bleep part of that?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I mean, all of that is, I mean, that's nothing I haven't heard on the NBC
You can
in the
say
morning.
topiary.
Yeah, you
There's nothing
can.
wrong with that.
No, I think, yeah, I mean, you didn't get graphic with it. It was mostly
you
nouns
didn't.
without adjectives.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be
okay.
all right.
All right.
And maybe we'll help some people out.
You know, hey, we would like to provide a service as well as entertain you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. That's the latest episode of The Amazing Return of Sal and Junior.
Jalen Sr.
Jalen Sr.
Maybe that's a new show.
If you want to watch all 8 episodes, just go to YouTube and put in The Amazing Return of Sal and Junior, and it will all come up.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes, my
Thank you.
pleasure. I think that's it. Well, let me look at the clock. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
I
the
think
old
that's all
clock on the wall.
The old clock on the wall. Listen, thank you all for watching, listening, bearing with our foolishness.
Yes.
Please, as I always tell you, remember to tell your family, tell your friends, subscribe, like. What else do they need to do?
Everything.
Lick,
Everything.
Squeeze,
Yes,
whatever it is.
yes.
You could follow Tiana.
Follow Tionah too. Yes, we want Tionah to be followed.
But not
Once again,
instead of us. Not instead.
Maybe in
addition.
addition to.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's right. That's
gonna
right.
grow
We're
a
kind.
whole team here. Tionah Lee. It's on Instagram at hello. It's Toddy, Tati, and on X is Hola. It's Toddy, Tati. Give her a follow. She does some good stuff. And we
Can I
thank her
just
for
say
being on
one
the
thing? I think you promoted her enough. All right. That's just
Well,
saying.
Rob
I'm
suggested
just
it.
saying. I'm just saying.
Rob, come back
you know,
up here. We
that's-
haven't seen
forget
your
ab-
lovely face.
Forget about it.
today.
That's all.
Once again, Rob Spiewak, thank you for everything.
You guys
thank
are the
for-
best. It was great seeing you this weekend.
Oh,
too.
it was
meant
so
a
much
lot.
fun.
So
It
much
was
fun.
wonderful to
you
be
brought
there.
us together. So thank
Yay!
you. Well,
I always wanted to meet Tony.
Yeah, well, now you know how that goes.
thank you, folks. We'll be back next week with another episode. We will see you again soon. Peace.
Go with me to see Tina Turner, okay?
You gotta be kidding me. Thank you for listening to another episode of You Gotta Be Kidding Me. Make sure you continue your visit on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And follow us on YouTube. This is Donnie Simpson speaking for You Gotta Be Kidding Me, a production of the Podcaster's Warehouse. And yes, I endorse this podcast.